guys, it's Laura from Doggy U, and today we're going to be talking about puppy essentials. So I'm going to show you my puppy condo, my little setup for keeping my puppy safe, as well as some of the products that I find essential for raising a puppy. So I think Os is ready to go. Let's get started. All right, I want to start out by showing you my little puppy condo. So within my house, I want to have a space where it's safe to put my puppy that isn't necessarily the crate, but is safe from any environment. Now, some people will gate off a kitchen or a bathroom or something like that, but I want to make sure that my puppy isn't trying to jump on counters or do anything. So I have a space that I can keep my puppy in to keep them safe. So let me show you that. So this is my little setup for my puppy. It's very simple. It's got a crate. It's got a really nice gating system, and a lot of you asked about this on Instagram, so I'm gonna drop a link to this down below. It's the best gate that I've used so far. When I was raising Cool Whip, I had the traditional X-Pen, and it just really didn't work out for her. This one is made by Regalo. Yeah, I'll put a link. And it opens all the way, which is really cool. Just kind of a nice feature is you can open this entire thing. It also can be used to like gate off larger spaces because of the way that it's designed. But this is what I'm using for the puppy. I also have this flooring down on the bottom here. I want to make sure that I'm protecting my hardwoods if my puppy does have an accident. So I put down just 4 squares of gym type flooring to make sure that we don't have any issues with the puppy wrecking the floor, especially in the first week when we're working on potty training. And then finally, I have my crate in here. Now, this is one of the Ruffland kennels. I'm a big fan of the Ruffland kennel, but you don't have to get something fancy like this. You can get one of the, I really like the iCrate Pet Stages crates. Now, I'm lucky to have many different sizes of crates, but when you get one of those metal ones with the puppy divider in it, you're able to make the space for your puppy small to begin with, and then larger as the puppy grows. For me, as this puppy grows, I'll just be giving her a larger crate that we already have. I do really love the Ruffland kennel. Jake's picking up some of the puppy kibble. I really do love the Ruffland kennel for traveling, though. The other really cool thing about this that I used in the van, but also is awesome for this crate, is I don't have to leave it swung open. I can just take the entire door off. So if she's just chilling in here, I can take the whole door off, and she's got the, she's not jumping on the door and making it swing all over the place. It just gives her a little more space. And you can see I leave her with a bunch of toys in here, and they're both going to fight over this kibble that we have in the corner. All right, so anyways, that's my little puppy condo. It's in my living room, so my puppy is part of my life, but it's a great way to be able to throw her in here real quick when I need to. Say I'm taking a shower, but I don't want to crate her. This is what I'm going to use. All right, so after seeing my puppy condo setup, I want to also show you a couple of different products that I really love for my puppy. That I'm not like sponsored by any of these people. It's just stuff that I, over the years, have grown to love and find invaluable when raising a really young dog. So I want to start with these Topples and Kongs. So you guys know I'm a big fan of ditching the bowl. So one of the ways that I ditch a bowl with puppies is I use these Topples and Kongs. Now, Kongs are good for dogs that are persistent with food and have longer tongues and longer faces. But when your puppy is really young, especially around 8 or 9 weeks, they sometimes might not have the commitment to make it all the way through a Kong. That's where these Topples from Westpaw come in. So these need to be filled. Today is Kong filling day or toy filling day. But what I love about these is the dogs have a lot more access to them, and I can fill them with whatever I want. For this guide dog puppy, she's getting a mix of a little bit of Honest Kitchen with her kibble. The Honest Kitchen is there just to make it wet, so I want to make some type of wet substrate and mix it with the kibble, put it in here, freeze it, and then she's got something to do for half an hour. This is especially important in the morning when I'm trying to get my other dogs ready and out the door to go for work. So I love these for that. Highly recommend picking up a couple of Topples, and if your dog is persistent with food, the Kongs are great, especially after like the 12-week mark or so. They tend to have a little more persistence. This puzzle toy is called the IQ ball. I love this ball. It's one of my favorites. All you have to do, this is the small size one for puppies, all you do is dump the food in, this makes it a little bit more challenging for the puppy. So if your puppy is just learning, you can pull this little white piece out. And then I'll screw this back on and pour some more kibble in the top. It's a great, again, babysitter basically. So in the morning, I throw the puppy's kibble in there. She's running around the condo doing like little things, you know, keeping busy, and I don't have to worry about her because she's busy exercising her brain, and I'm going to get ready for work. If I have to feed out of a bowl, so say I'm giving some type of medication or some type of powder or whatever it is, and I need to use a bowl, then I'm going to use something like this. This is the Outward Hound puzzle bowl feeder thing. Probably should know the name of that. But I'll put all the links to this stuff down below so that you can find them. But I'll fill this up with their food. Again, I can wet it to make it a little more challenging for them and put whatever medication they need or supplements or whatever in there. Along the lines of puppy toys that I like, somehow lost my tiny one somewhere because I've been using it. This is the large size one. You definitely want the small size one for puppies. But this is the Kong Wobbler. I do a separate review on that, so I'll put that in the link up here somewhere. But basically, this is a easy for the human toy. Fill with the food, screw it back on, give to puppy. Not hard. So all this stuff is just ditching the bowl, giving your dog something mentally to do and a little bit physically to do while you're doing other stuff. I love to tire out a puppy without having to do too much work. This is just a toy from Ollie Dog that I kind of like. It's a crinkle toy. It's kind of fun to fetch. So I'll put a link to that as well, but I don't know. I just kind of like this toy. It's a good for fetch because it kind of mimics a fetch block in that the outsides are a little bit larger than the middle area. And then this bowl. I know there are a million dog bowls out there and I've tried a lot of them. This bowl from Roughwear, I cannot highly recommend it enough. You know that I travel a lot. You know that I'm putting water in vans. The other day I had this up on top of one of my crates. I'd forgotten to take it off. It was full of water. I drove all around town, and when I went back and realized it was up there, it was still full of water and had not spilled, which is not the same as when I used a metal bowl and put it on top of the crate the other day, and I went to drive traffic for a guide dog and it spilled all over my car. So obviously I'm not a human that learns well, but if you're like me, I love this bowl, and you also can't tip it over very easily. So if you step on the side of it, because of the way that it's shaped, it doesn't tip over. So I love it for those reasons. Stainless steel, so I have a couple of these always. And then finally, puppies have accidents sometimes. So Nature's Miracle Advanced is the one I use. You just need an enzymatic cleaner. Fortunately, this puppy's only had 2 accidents since she's been home, so cross your fingers on that one. But you do want to have this available and just in case, and you want to really saturate it to get the smell out so that they're not re-eliminating in that area. Oh, and I wanted to show the harness. Okay, so for young puppies, I want to use a harness, and I think I'm going to do a separate video on why I use a harness over a collar when they're this young. But this is the balance harness. I love this harness specifically because it has 3 buckles on it. So what that means is with my young fussy puppy, I'm not having to slide it over their head. I can clip it on just like a collar. That's a big deal for some dogs who may be a little bit head shy. So I have the time that I need to work on that issue separately and being able to get this on easily. I hate the ones that you have to shove the dog's legs through. I know it makes it so that they can't get out of them, but boy, are those a pain for little puppies, and it teaches the puppy to be kind of annoyed by the harness, which I don't want. So what this harness does is it's very basic, and it makes it so there's no impeding movement, which I really love. And to go along with it, I use the Blue 9 leash. Now, full disclosure, I did work for Blue 9 for quite a while, but I still use the stuff because it's really good. The other thing I really like about this leash, so it's a multifunction leash, and you guys know I'm a service dog trainer, so I have the option of making it short or long, which is really great. So I can make it short for working, long for relieving the dog, and I can also use it as a tether for short periods of time, because with puppies, I'm going to use a metal tether. Or I guess it's metal wrapped in plastic tether for my puppy. So I can use this as a very temporary tether, and because it's not very expensive, if they chew it up, it's not the end of the world, whereas I have some really nice leather and biofilm leashes that I'm not going to use for a puppy because I don't want to get those chewed up. As far as a tether goes, I love tethering puppies. I'm gonna go do a whole video on management in general, but I love to be able to hook my puppy to me or hook my puppy to where I am and have them learn about just being calm on the tether. It's really useful later in life. So that's something that we'll do a whole new episode on tether training and why we use it, but really good. The one I have, I made at Lowe's, but you can also buy them, and I'll put a link to that below. So that's pretty much all of the essential stuff that I'm going to use with my puppy. I'm actually gonna pack all this stuff up because we're going on a trip and all of it's important to me. So it's all going in our little go bag and bringing it with my puppy. It's that important. First, I'm obviously gonna fill my Topples so I have them for on the road. Happy crating. But if you have any questions about any of this stuff or what I'm using for the puppy, make sure to ask those questions down below. Or if you have some product that you absolutely love that you can't live without with your puppy, make sure to drop that down below so that you can help me out and I can discover it. Because I love finding new things that work really well for having just a well-rounded, tired, happy, well-trained puppy. All right, everyone, so that's it. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Hit that little bell button so you get notified anytime a new video comes out. If you have questions about dog training, you want individualized review of your video and troubleshooting, monthly Q&A, you can head on over to patreon.com/doggyu to join the Patreon DoggieU community. You guys have an awesome day and happy training.
Thanks for watching and stay tuned for our next video. Subscribe now and never miss an episode.
Baby shark doo doo, baby shark doo doo, baby shark doo 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 doo.